nice though. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. I am awake and it is now 8:45 approximately. But I woke up already at 8:30, 8:25 to be precise. Oh, and that is one of the most difficult things for me at the moment, to wake up in the morning. It's incredible. It's so difficult. I cannot describe how difficult it is. It's like the moment I wake up, the reality of life just hits me like, whoa, okay, I'm still here, I still need to deal with all these things, I still need to deal with my life, which I don't know how to handle often. Sometimes I do, but sometimes I just don't. And staying in bed is really beautiful alternative option. And I really feel it that when I lay in bed, then my body feels warm and I feel all these like sensations in my heart, and it just feels fuzzy and warm, like, oh yes. And when I wake up often, now not so much anymore, but often I used to have like straight away like anxiety and like palpitations and like, okay, no, my heart doesn't want me to be awake right now. And then I would just stay in bed. But this got much better. I'm able to wake up and not have these arrhythmias, not have these anxiety attacks. But my mind is still very foggy and just doesn't want to wake up if I don't have to. So if I have, for example, something to do, then of course, then I can wake up and I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And bear in mind that can be done for a little while. But when I was, for example, in Vipassana, we had to wake up at 5 in the morning every day. After, I don't know, day 4 or day 5, but that was at the beginning also when I started to have these health problems. So I don't know how it would be now. But yeah, I started to have really strong arrhythmias, and I think even mild tachycardias. Yeah, and I remember I had one instance where I felt really bad, like it just was going crazy, and then my vision just became blurry and like, wow, what is happening? Yeah, that's when I actually stopped working in the kitchen so much. But that's another story for itself. I actually have recorded also the story, so I might dig it up at some point and post it as well about my Vipassana experience. Yeah, but coming back to the reality now, and coming back away from all the difficulties, I made it, and it was a challenge. It was really not easy, and it's been now, I would say, probably 1.5 weeks, or at least a week, where I managed to wake up like at 8:30 or 9 o'clock and go for breakfast. I'm really happy for that, because this is really something I've been struggling now for 2 years almost. I mean, it was always difficult in my life to wake up early. I was always a night person. I mean, let's say it this way. I always worked at night. I find it much easier to concentrate at night and really to get lost in projects. So sometimes I would just work until 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning easily, and that has been for many years. So naturally I would wake up then at 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. 6 hours or 7 hours of sleep. It's acceptable. But there's something about the energy in the morning which I wasn't able to properly handle. This energy of like this freshness and like this like new beginning. The moment I would wake up, it was like, oh no, and just go straight to bed. So I am dealing with that right now, which is amazing. And how I am dealing with that's another thing. So this morning, for example, I woke up a little bit. So I have 2 alarms, one at 7 o'clock. Then when I wake up, I'm like, oh, I would love to wake up now, but no, I cannot. And the second is at 8 o'clock. And at 8 o'clock, I'm like, oh, okay, now I want to wake up, but I cannot. Okay. And yesterday I went to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning again because I was working my crowdfunding campaign. And that has naturally brought back anxiety and these arrhythmias before going to bed. And it's weird because at night my body starts to itch, especially when I get into full relaxations. There starts light up in all different parts, and I'm like, what is that? The night before yesterday was really bad. I just got so itchy. Yesterday I kind of tricked my mind a little bit because I was working on my laptop, up until 1:30, and then I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna lay down in bed for a little bit just to rest, but I will keep working later. And that has always worked really well for me. If I have something to do, to just rest for a little bit, and then I would naturally fall asleep. So last night I just tricked my mind, like I'm just gonna rest a little bit, had all my clothes on, but I brushed my teeth already, just in case. And then I lay in bed, and then I zoned off. I dozed off. Yeah, but back to the story how I woke up this morning. So I get up here. I will show you. And then first thing I do is I come on my yoga mat and wait, let's get this out of the way. So come on my yoga mat. And I do a few exercises like the cat-cow pose. Then I try to go into the child pose. And then from here, the downward facing dog. And then I normally go into a few Surya Namaskar, a few sun salutations, and a very important exercise for here. Like in this, Muladhasana, I think is the name. Oh, and this is really good for the hips to open up. Whew. I've been doing this now for a couple of years every morning. Do at least this exercise, the downward facing dog, the child pose, cat-cow pose, and from here rotate up. breathe in. And to breathe out. So yeah, that's what I try to normally do, and that wakes up my body. And then I'm like, oh, okay, now it's better. Today, I just went from here into my yoga mat. Yeah, I just went, and I tried to sleep on my yoga mat. Then I turned around, I stayed here for a bit, and I wasn't able to fall asleep again. And then I turned around again. I also tried to sleep on my stomach as I normally do. But then after some time nothing was working, and I'm like, oh, yeah, good, I'm falling asleep again. And then I went down into child pose. And from here, I slowly into cat cow, started to move my hips. Yeah. And I went to brush my teeth. I'm telling you, this waking up in the morning game. It's a big challenge. Big challenge. And you know, funny enough, when I was in a relationship, it was somehow easier. It's like, I don't know, I have someone to look forward to, something that excites me in the day. I'm like, oh, this is something. Yeah, I feel good thinking of this person, or cuddle in the morning, or yeah. Now it's just like just deal with myself, just by myself. It's beautiful because it really shows me where there's some work to do, where we struggle, and it's getting better. It's getting much better, and I'm starting to feel grounded with myself very slowly, very slowly. It's a process which takes time. But then when I'm awake, I love it. I love the mornings. I'm already outside and the air is fresh and the birds are just chippering away, and yeah, it's a beautiful feeling. It really is. But this getting out of bed and going outside and motivating yourself to be immersed in this life. Yeah, most of the biggest part of it is the challenge of my heart problems. That if I'm in a bad mood, if I don't feel good, waking up, if I feel anxious about anything, which I would naturally just push through back in the days and be like, no, I need to wake up, I will wake up. I would struggle for a little bit, but then I would just force myself and wake up and do exercise and do sports and really like get my system going and push myself through it, and then we would be fine at some point. But now, no way. My heart's like, no, you're not gonna do that. No, simply not. And then you're like, well, please. And your mind is like, no. Alright, fine, I go back to bed. Yeah. C'est la vie.